Dundee bidding to reach their first final for 15 years. Airdrie, on the other hand, were in their 5th major semi-final in 5 seasons. Here's how the First Division rivals lined up. The good news for Dundee: Danish midfielder Morten Vikhorst fit to play, but skipper Neil Duffy failed to make it. His uncle Jim, though, the manager, at the centre of the defence, and Dusan Verto and George Shaw brought in. No Paul Jack in the Airdrie team, but Kenny Black passed a fitness test. The best of the action with Jock Brown.
Airdrie start their 5th semi-final in major cup competitions in the last 4 years, and looking to find the way through this Dundee defence, and they're on the right to play Aberdeen in the Coca-Cola Cup final at the end of November. Dundee, for most of their players, trip into the unknown. Jimmy Sanderson has been involved in all these key matches for Airdrie, including the 2 finals of the Tennis Scottish Cup against Rangers and Celtic in 1992 and 1995. Tommy McQueen played the 1986 Cup final, taking his throw for Aberdeen against Hearts. Well, that apart from the Dundee ranks, not a lot of big-time cup experience in the later stages at any rate. So the opening spell of the game likely to be tense. Sean Sweeney has played in a semi-final for Clydebank against Celtic, Tennis Scottish Cup of 1990. So Dundee trying to work the ball forward early in the match, patiently and carefully. The throw here will be taken by Dusan Verto, back in the side tonight. Neil Duffy missing out through injury. Held on by Morten Vikhorst. Good goalkeeping there by Martin. He took a heavy knock as he was challenged inside the area. And Martin appears to be none the worse there, challenged by Paul Tosh. Here's Vikhorst. George Shaw on the right, the measured pass. The good ball across. Very good defending inside the area there by Sweeney. This is McCann. Dundee are looking for a fast start to the match. McCann again. Lighting in the cross, it's very dangerous, and collected by John Martin. Now 37 years old, he will be on Friday at any rate. He had to cope with this whipped-in cross from Neil McCann, an awkward one. Well taken by the keeper. There's Ray Farning and well forward George Shaw with the attempt on goal. Well, Dundee still carrying the fight to Airdrie. Ray Farning and well forward. That was George Shaw. He didn't catch that properly, but he did earn the corner kick. Shaw will take this. Oh, and almost an own goal. That was helped on at the near post by Steve Cooper. Well, he opens his arms there to his teammates, but Vikhorst couldn't get to that. Cooper helped it on. That's Tosh. And the throw to Airdrie, the ricochet from George Shaw. I'm sure referee McCluskey will be quite happy about the fact that Airdrie have possession again. This is Jim McIntyre taking on Manley. It's awkward, the chance on there. And Neil Cooper leaning in there. Held off very well indeed by Tommy McQueen. But Michel Pajot was scrambling across his line for that. That's McQueen again with the clearance. Sanderson will be up and under. It's won by Manley cleanly. Here's Farningham. But away, had to shrug off Kenny Black. That's determined play. Here's McCann. Tries to run at Jimmy Boyle. Sanderson got across to give cover. Well, the surface difficult tonight after all the rainfall. That's Paul Harvey. Davis now has Smith outside him. Too much pace on the pass. Tony Smith shakes his head there. 21-year-old, released by Hearts 2 years ago. Alec MacDonald there, looking on anxiously. His team struggling really to get going, but still looking menacing when they attack. Steve Cooper's header. Neil McCann retrieves. Chance on here for McIntyre, right in front of goal. It broke off Jim Duffy. Well, now, goal kick's been given, but what a chance this was. The ricochet between McCann and Cooper. Then the shot came right off Jim Duffy into the path of McIntyre, and that's by far the best chance of the match so far. Tommy Craig with Billy Stark there. A lot of managers here, like Totten is here, Alex Smith is here, Bert Payton and Dunfermline also. Berto with McIntyre, the ball still in play. And McIntyre wrestled down there by Berto, who's not happy at all, and the free kick's been given to Airdrie. Harvey flights it across. Attacked there by Sweeney. Cooper. Brought clear by Manley. Well, a headed tennis going on there, and Hamilton's pass almost really short. Here's Sandy Stewart. Smith playing it long, but he couldn't get that beyond Manley. McIntyre to Harvey, this is promising. Chance on again, there's Kenny Black. Hustled by Farningham. That made all the difference there to Kenny Black. But another opening created very well indeed by Airdrie on the left. Manley's header allowed Jim McIntyre to release Harvey on the left. Now this is a very good ball played in, scrambled away by McQueen, straight to Black. Look at the effort there of Farningham to put him off. Well, very much a stalemate at the moment. Dundee's very bright start to the match now being cancelled out by Airdrie's greater involvement in an attacking sense. Here's Harvey. Well worth an attempt at a dipping volley there. He's not happy with his accuracy. Well, a difficult chance this, but you can see Harvey's intentions clearly. Trying to dip that in towards the top corner. It's Airdrie having possession again. They're hardly had a kick at the ball in the opening 10 to 15 minutes, but now they really are growing in stature as the game goes on, and looking, in all honesty, the team more likely. And that's Harvey. McQueen's header. Boyle to Davis. Great header on there, just wide of the target. It came from Jim McIntyre. You see the frustration there on the face of McIntyre. An excellent ball played in there by John Davis. McIntyre with a header, and I don't think Pajot will reach that. Davis. Robbed by Tosh. Manley against Cooper. There's Tony Smith now attacking Manley. Another chance, and again it fell to McIntyre. He's finding all the positions inside the box. Well delivered this by Tony Smith. McIntyre perhaps too far out. So Berto with the throw. There's George Shaw. McQueen. Beekhorst. Trying to shoot, bring down there after the tackle by Shaw. And George Shaw, I can tell you, is getting a little bit hot under the collar with some of the treatment he's had. McCann couldn't get the better of Jimmy Boyle's well-timed tackle. And he anxious to get McCann into the game, but Jimmy Boyle is the Airdrie player, delegated the task of keeping him in check. Good running by McQueen and a fine cross. Reaches Tosh. Dundee take the lead. It's Paul Tosh. A deadly volley in the rain. And this was down to terrific play in the flank by Tommy McQueen. Look at the way it pulled us back. It moved in the wind. That's what deceived the players there. But Paul Tosh timed the volley perfectly, and Martin was rooted to the spot. Well, you'll see here what little chance John Martin had. The ball swirling away from Ray Farningham and these two defenders, and sitting up nicely for Tosh, and that's a great volley. Dundee fans celebrate. 41 minutes gone. McIntyre stepping away from Manley, brought down with a late tackle and held up also. Well, dreadful night in Perth again, and the rain coming down in torrents just around the time of that opening goal. There's Kenny Black. Another good header there, this time by Steve Cooper. They've been dangerous all night in the air. Airdrie, another example. So we've had the 45 minutes in the first half. A little bit of stoppage time to add on. And the Dundee supporters doing all the singing at the moment. Foul by McQueen. Paul Harvey with a free kick. A late opportunity here for Airdrie in the first half. Bouncing off the top of the bar there, and the keeper got a touch. This is dipping down toward the crossbar, and the keeper took no chances at all. Referee McCluskey has checked his watch and brings the first half to an end. Well, it was very scrappy early on with Dundee in control. Then as Airdrie took over, they looked very dangerous until Paul Tosh scored with that stunning volley against the run of play. And that came just after some very good attacking play by Airdrie, in which Jim McIntyre was very prominent. He'd one excellent early chance and then a couple of good headers on target. But it's Dundee who have the edge. It's Dundee 1, Airdrie 0. Well, both these sides certainly earned the right to play in this semi-final. Dundee coping initially with East Stirlingshire, then beating Kilmarnock and Hearts in the Premier Division to reach this stage in the competition. John Martin out of his box. And on the other hand, Airdrie beat East Fife initially, then Hibs and Partick Thistle, two more Premier Division scalps. So every right to be here, no question about that. And a very tough 45 minutes to come, I'm sure. Airdrie having so much of the play at the point when they lost that goal to Paul Tosh. They'll have to build again. And Dundee will be looking for a start to match the one they had right at the beginning of the game. And there's Farningham taking advantage of that bit of confusion in the Airdrie ranks. Shaw out to McCann. He's faced by Boyle for shadow all night. Well, that's good play by McCann, but far too much strength on the cross. Neil McCann has terrific talent in that left foot, trying very hard to deliver. Look at the way he gets away from a very experienced defender in Jimmy Boyle. And their disappointment, the long high cross. But the one certainty about this match is that Airdrie will run till they drop to try to turn this around. That's why they've had such a terrific record in cup ties in recent seasons. Hamilton's way off. Here's Shaw. McCann sprinting up outside him. McCann receives the pass. The pullback not dangerous at all because Sanderson was on his own. There's Davis. Breaks kindly there for Shaw. This is Hamilton. He's offside. That was excellent goalkeeping by John Martin in any event. Well, Shaw just a fraction late with the pass. Otherwise, Hamilton would have been 1-on-1 in the keeper. It's Verto. Off goes Shaw, followed by Stewart. George Shaw was sick of the sight of Sandy Stewart before tonight's over. Here's Tosh. Couldn't stay on his feet the first time. He's a powerful young man. And he's been fouled. He has a free kick. Sanderson and Shaw and Tosh exchanging pleasantries there. It really isn't necessary at all, this. There was the fall initially, then Tosh got up to fight for possession again against Tony Smith, and he was then held back by Smith. Referee McCluskey content to give the free kick. The 10-yard rule scarcely obeyed there by Tony Smith. McCann flights it in. They're queuing up there for Dundee. Tosh was there. Beecourse was there, so was Manley. There's a real menace inside the area, Morton Beecourse. Again, the swerving free kick from McCann. Came off Beecourse in the end. That's Duffy. Hamilton beaten by Sweeney in the air. Cooper lays it back. This is Kenny Black's a superb pass. Here's Tony Smith. Now Cooper. Well, the break of the ball could have been even kinder to Airdrie. Almost felt defeated Jim McIntyre as it is. A corner kick has to suffice. It was that pass from Kenny Black was released Tony Smith for this cross ball. There was Cooper. Harvey's corner. Pajot beating it away. Boyle, a great effort. Frustration on the Airdrie man's face, but that was sweetly struck with the right foot. Punch away from Pajot. It was very well laid off by Kenny Black into the path of Jimmy Boyle, and Pajot wouldn't have got to that. This is John Davis. Trying the return ball was Jim McIntyre. McCann. Sanderson on his own. Awkward that, the ball holding up in the wind. McQueen going in and making contact with the ball. There was no problem there. Jim McIntyre trying to get the better of McQueen. You see this here, McIntyre nodding the ball on there. McQueen played the ball, that's what made all the difference. There's Tosh. Lashed away again by Sanderson. And the Airdrie players not happy with referee McCluskey. Sanderson and Kenny Black giving a little bit of attention. Ali McDonald also unhappy. Airdrie are making their substitution now with Peter Duffield being introduced and Tony Smith being withdrawn. So young Tony Smith, who's been playing wide on the left-hand side, comes off. Peter Duffield goes on, and Jim McIntyre has moved back into that position vacated by Smith. But it's an attacking move nevertheless, because Airdrie have to go for broke now, really. Cooper bringing that down very confidently indeed. Peter Duffield still hasn't really had a touch since coming on as substitute. But he is the kind of player who's liable to have only one touch in the match, and that could be the one which keeps Airdrie alive. There's Shaw. Space over on the far side for Beecourse. It's Tosh rather. Tosh attacking. Well, that certainly worried John Martin. He's shown his shooting power already tonight with that opening goal. Paul Tosh taking up good position wide on the right. He had only one thought in his mind now, and that was to get into a shooting position. Well, again, the Dundee supporters over on the far side unhappy about the decision reached by Jim McCluskey to give a throw to Airdrie. That's Berto. Cross trying to release Jim Hamilton. Calling player is Sweeney, who's quick enough. Almost conceded a corner though. Kept in play well by Martin. There's Sweeney again. Exchanging passes with Black. Time running out rapidly for Airdrie. Manley's return header. This is Sanderson. And now Stewart. Davis. That's a good knockdown, that. Not a bad ball at all from Jim McIntyre. He had no support on the end of that. Well, getting forward very well from that left flank position. Dundee supporters building up the noise as the final whistle approaches. Still about 7.5 minutes plus injury time. Well, there's been a lot of that in this second half. Sanderson launching the ball towards the Dundee penalty area. It's McQueen, it reaches Cooper. Deflection gives the corner kick to Airdrie again. Well, McQueen didn't get full power into this, and Cooper responded quickly. McQueen did just enough to deflect that. Paul Harvey again. Chance there, and Airdrie have equalised, and it's that man Duffield again. Quite remarkable. It's about his first touch of the ball, and John Davis did very well indeed initially, but the reaction of Duffield so swift, and he's put Airdrie right back this semi-final. The deftest of little flicks there, catching Pajot off balance, and the Airdrie supporters celebrate now, and the match has to be won all over again. The goal coming after 84 minutes. The corner kicks have been a problem all night for Airdrie. This is Tosh. Stewart with the pass. That's kept in well. Here goes Stewart again. Well, hitting his forwards there, but Manley cut that off in any event. Back with Pajot. Well, he didn't appreciate the pass back from Manley. He's given him a bit of stick there. Whether that was in French or English, I really don't know. But the message was perfectly clear. The distance Pajot can get from this clearance. The problem is not to overhit his forward with the wind behind. It's an attacking weapon all on its own. It's awkward there for Martin even. Well, they seem to handle that very calmly indeed, John Martin. He knew it was wide of the target, I think. What a huge kick out. Now, the Dundee forwards had no chance of getting to that, but John Martin checked his post and knew everything was all right. And he does well to nudge that back to his goalkeeper. Hamilton was determined. Break of the ball falls for Shaw. This is McCann, a chance on here for Dundee. Delicate chip, he scored! It's a brilliant goal! Neil McCann for Dundee. A flash of genius from the Dundee youngster, and it looks like earning his team a cup final place. The supporters celebrated well in night. This was a classic. Breaking the ball fell kindly for Dundee. Shaw released McCann. He assessed all the options, and make no mistake, that was quite deliberate, and Martin hadn't a chance. Look at it again from this angle. He looks up here, sees what's on, and that's a delicate chip, and that really is genuine quality. Neil McCann looks now to have put Dundee in the final. He'll have some defending to do before the end, though, I'm sure. That's his 5th goal of the season. Here's Morten Beekhorst taking this for a run. Brought down there by Kenny Black, and the Airdrie players now becoming totally incensed for whatever reason, I don't know. But that was really outrageous, the attack on Beekhorst. Now look at this here, he turns very quickly, appeared to be fouled by Black. Then he's kicked by Black, also by Sweeney. That was a desperate assault there by Sweeney. Now, he'll be very lucky to survive, I think. A free kick has gone to Airdrie for Beekhorst protecting the ball, and Sean Sweeney survives what really was an outrageous assault on Beekhorst. Airdrie now trying to get the ball forward swiftly. Out again for a throw. Only 3 minutes of injury time have been played. There's Beekhorst. Dundee will be quite happy about this, keeping the ball out of the danger area, but Harvey has possession. Tackled by Farningham, that's McQueen. Launching it high down the middle. Martin will want to get this back quickly. The referee checking his watch carefully. It looks as though time is almost up. The header there was by Farningham, an offside flag up against Jerry Britton, trying to get back on terms, but certainly was caught offside, so this will be everyone forward. The ball will be launched by Sanderson. There's no time! Dundee in the final! The celebrations begin, and Neil McCann producing that little miraculous gem towards the end to settle the semi-final. It looked as though Peter Duffield had brought Airdrie right back into the semi-final, and it took that little stroke of genius from an outstanding young player in Neil McCann to take Dundee to the final. Well, he's savouring the moment, looking forward to Hampden Park already, I've no doubt. And it was a goal worthy of winning any match. It's Dundee who will be in the final at the end of November. The final score, Dundee 2, Airdrie 1.
Well, Jim, you hear the reaction of these Dundee supporters. What does this mean to you?
I think it certainly means more to them than it probably does myself. I mean, I've been at the club for 2 or 3 years. Obviously, I was here earlier on, but they've supported the club for a long, long time, and I think they'll look forward to the final now.
You're out there in the middle all the time. What was it like to play in?
I think it's certainly a lot better for me than John McCormick and Douglas, that's for sure. I mean, John's horse, so I had to just concentrate in the game. And, you know, when you won everything, you know, you're just delighted that everything went into place.
You started well and then seemed to fall out of the game. At the time you scored, would you agree you were perhaps against the run of play?
Yeah, a little bit then. We did start very well and we had a couple of chances, but, you know, that's the way Airdrie will always dig in. You're never going to dominate in 90 minutes against Airdrie. Nobody does that. So we had to work hard, and I think we deserved a victory.
Now, when they equalised 6 minutes from the end, what was going through your mind at that point?
Well, I definitely thought we'd go to extra time then. And it was just trying to keep the heads up after that, because, you know, I really can't remember myself having a safety mate, and all of a sudden I've scored a goal for a set piece. But overall, we defended well at set pieces. And I'm just delighted to say that at the time Neil McCann got on his trusty left foot and done the business for us.
Now, that goal he scored, there's some discussion around the place. I thought he tried it. What did you think?
Well, I think he did try it. I mean, he does it now and again. You know, he gets out in the wing and he looks up and he chips in the back stick. But I don't care whether he tried it, but he didn't in the net and we're in the final.
Neil, settle the arguments. Tell us about the goal.
It's meant, Joe. Definitely meant. Some of the boys gave us a wee bit of stick saying I didn't mean it, but I took a chance and it's went in. Absolutely delighted.
What was it like to play in the game from your point of view?
From my point of view, I don't think I had one of my best games, but overall I think the team battled away as a unit. Absolutely brilliant all night. Airdrie gave us a great game, and lucky enough I popped up and got a winner.
What does it mean to you all in the dressing room?
Unbelievable. You can't believe the scenes in there. I wish you had a camera in to see it. It means that much to us. We're such a young side, and to get a big cup like this, a big final, means everything.
Did you think you're going to extra time?
I thought maybe when they sneaked it to death it was going to be one of the nights, but Airdrie never gave up, and wee George got the ball there and gave it to us, and lucky enough my shots went in.
There seemed to be a bit of delay in getting support forward for you at that time. Was that what made your mind up for you?
Well, George gave us it in, and I took it in the way and looked up, and I don't know if it was Ray Farnham was coming to the edge of the box, and I've seen John coming towards me, but I just thought I've had a wee go and it's went in. Absolutely delighted.